As you might be able to tell from the sleep wrinkles on my face and my slightly lower registered voice, I just got out of bed. But I didn't just wake up. I have been awake for almost 2 hours, but it was one of those days where you get up, or rather you wake up, and you just kind of lie there for a while, trying to get back to bed, but too many thoughts are racing in your head. And even if there's not thoughts racing in your head, for some reason, your body just will not go into rest mode anymore. You know, you set all the time in the world to sleep, and then you wake up way too early. And then, on other nights, no matter how much sleep you did get, it just doesn't feel like it's enough. It just feels like you're at odds with your body. And you can read all the things in the world about how to get better sleep at night. And, it's just, sleep is just one of those things that's been hard to balance as an adult. And I know that is not just me at all. I know that sleep is just, it's just that thing that just feels, enough sleep feels like it's always just like a little bit out of reach, like I'm a donkey with a carrot dangling in front of his face. Yeah. Sleep kind of stresses me out, ironically. I had this one camper at the summer camp that I worked at who was just so nervous about getting enough sleep, and he would be worried at like noon if he would be able to get enough sleep that night. Like, it caused him that much anxiety. And I feel so bad looking at that in hindsight. It's such a weird meta thing that the more that you are trying to get to sleep, the less that you're able to, because you're too focused on the fact that you're not falling asleep yet. The constant psych out that you don't even really have control over. There are certain things that I think are probably contributing to that. I was off caffeine for a while because of my concussion, and it wasn't always a great feeling. In fact, often it was far from it, but I could definitely tell that like I could go to bed and then just wake up and I would pretty much be okay for that day. Caffeine stays in your system long after you're using it for anything. And I haven't been meditating as much. I haven't been doing as much yoga, posture and presence of mind and all that stuff. It contributes greatly to how much sleep you get. That was the one really good thing about a concussion, is that it made me get a lot of rest, whether I wanted it or not. And I'm just becoming more and more aware of, loose ends that I want to tie. I've been thinking a lot about how I got some old friends and family members and stuff that I haven't been connecting to as much as I probably should be, and I kind of want to get back in touch with them. I really want to make more bids for connection with people, even if they're not successful bids for connection with people. I know that if I don't sort of at least make the effort, I'm going to go to sleep, feeling kind of hollow. There's nothing worse than feeling like you have something to say out there that like you're just not. And, the most frustrating thing about waking up early and not being able to get back to bed is that, you spend an hour or two, right, just tossing and turning. And then when you finally do get up, you think about all the things that you could have spent that time doing. Like, you could have used that energy in a better way than, trying to turn off that energy. Like, I could have filmed not just one video, but a couple videos, or I could have gotten up and done some exercise, or, could have eaten a really, really good breakfast that would have sufficed me, throughout the day. Well, I mean, not throughout the day, but man, that OMAD stuff, like 1 meal a day thing, I don't know how anybody does that. I might have the most crazy metabolism in the world, but, that ain't gonna cut it for me. But it's funny because I also can't hold that much food in my system at a given time. Yeah, I guess the best thing to do is just kind of get on with my day at this point. It's just hard going to work, and after a night of not getting enough sleep, you just feel like you can't totally do just about anything. You feel like you can 60 to 70% do just about anything that's asked of you, but you're not totally there for any of it. But you can always seem to get just a little bit farther. You can always do just a little bit more. In the given moment, you always happen to be pretty much okay if you really pay attention to it. In some ways, I feel like my greatest rest comes after making these videos, because I feel like I've just said something that I needed to say, and now I can get on with my life. This YouTube channel is kind of, I don't know, it's like the edge of a canyon or something. That, I just go to this cliffside and I just shout something off into the distance. And, and I have my own little resolution.